For all that is tuning in, I invite and welcome you to join me in an episode titled Food for Thought, discussing community interaction, in which we will explore the synchronicity of conduct that is expressed through the messages that we exchange among ourselves. This radio special is aired on WPPM 106.5 FM Philadelphia and broadcasted on the cable television networks of Comcast Xfinity Channel 66 and 966, Verizon Fios Channel 29 and 30, Roku, DirecTV, On Demand, and Apple TV, all promoted as PhillyCam TV. As respects to PhillyCam is an association of artistic, innovative, and supportive individuals that unifies their creative ideas and shares them through various forms of media. Joining me in this episode is a very influential performing recording artist known as Shane Razzi of Lead Chambers. And so, in this edition of Food for Thought, the theme of this conversational topic is productive works that are reciprocated by response and feedback. Although dedicating oneself to accomplishing a purposeful venture for a personal benefit may seem to outweigh the approval of others, the response from them can add significance and value to the works conducted. It can also make an opportunity for whatever that is presented to be a useful service for a collective. Ultimately, what is produced is offered to who or what is in need of it. Now we will take a short music break and return afterwards.
Hey, this is Lead Chambers. You're on WPPM 106.5, and this is our first single. It's called Waves. There are times when I don't wanna be there. Times when, baby, you're all I need. There are monsters in my head and birds singing in the trees. When I look in the mirror, I'm afraid of what I see, but I really hope, I even pray that one of these days you will show me the way. I really don't mind if it's not today. Been waiting so long to find my place. I really don't care if I can make it, baby. For my face, I know that you be here for me. Get back up, keep on can take me, baby. You on my side, we can never lose. You on my side, no one can take me, baby. You on my side, there's no way we can never lose. There's no way we can. There's no way we can lose.
Now, joining me is an honorable special guest by the name of Mr. Shane Razzi of Lead Chambers. How you doing, Shane?
How you doing, James?
Good.
Happy
It's
to
an
be here.
honor to have you here and everything, joining me in a wonderful conversation. So I have a few inquiries, questions that I would like to ask you of high interest. Okay, so in some instances, you may be referred to as Shane Razzie of Lead Chambers.
Okay.
Describe the meaning of the title that is Lead Chambers, and how does that title signifies the connection you incorporate with your name, Shane Razzie?
Mm. Okay. Well, uh, so I like to think of it as I like to leave it up to interpretation to start. Like I like to leave like it's up to you to decide how you feel about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to give it some meaning, I would say that lead is somewhat of a persona
Okay.
that came to me in a vision one night. But so I am the third generation of lead, not just Lead Belly, Led Zeppelin, and Lead Chambers, but I was born and raised in Port Richmond in the River Wards, and I'm the third generation of people in my family born there. And we were exposed to all types of lead and other um, pollutants and like miseducation and extreme poverty and drugs and all this stuff. So for me, the name has a lot to do with like the chambers in your mind and
Okay.
like finding ways to talk about it
Right.
and heal and move on from things.
Well, that is a very powerful title. It's a
Mm,
very powerful name, and it's
thank you.
very appealing.
Thanks.
So I appreciate you sharing that.
Some people say it sounds like a porn name.
Oh wow, wow. Well, I got in mind that a leader.
Oh,
When I hear
thank you.
lead, you have led many paths for
Mm,
people to follow.
well, thank you.
Okay, so what is the identifiable category of genre that you label your music as?
So our music is genre fluid psych rock, or genre fluid psychedelic folk rock.
Okay,
Um, there are many influences. So 99% of the songs that have been written so far for this project,
okay.
I have written. And oh, where was I going with that?
So are those are several combination of different
Uh-huh.
genres?
Okay, so yeah, what I was going to say is a lot of the influences are stuff like Neil Young, the
Okay,
Pixies, Arctic Monkeys, David Bowie, Alabama Shakes, Hank Williams. Like it's really all over the place, and
okay,
that's why I have been using genre fluid for a long time to kind of explain it. But it's a lot of like classic rock influences, like Pink
okay.
Floyd, It's just emotional and uh authentic.
Okay. That's the best type of genre, authentic. Okay. All right. So, what compelled you to initially evolve yourself in a melodic form of expression? Also, at what point and reason did you decide to use your musical expression as a means to communicate to other individuals?
I would say suffering is the main thing that drove me to write and play music. I mean, I was always musically inclined as a kid. I used to dance around to Elvis and like David Bowie,
Hmm.
but I had a tough upbringing, and when I was 14, I started playing guitar and I started writing songs. And uh, in my toughest moments, I would find that writing about how I felt, uh,
It's therapeutic, huh?
yeah, it was super like cathartic, and it would like allow me to let go of those things. And I do have to revisit them when I sing the songs, and
Okay.
sometimes you'll see me get emotional and like tear up a bit because it's a heavy jam. But
Right. That's a form of empowerment as
mm,
well.
yeah,
To be able to express yourself in a way that is artistic at the same time meaningful. Okay, so being that music is not seen, only the performance of it is. Music could be energetically felt, like you said. You get emotional. I think everybody gets emotional, depending on what they're listening to. Uh, why do you think there are some songs, although in the same categorical genre of music, are more influential to listeners than others?
uh, well, that's a pretty loaded question. Um, I would say that it comes down to the person
Hmm.
and like what they're getting out of a song
Okay.
compared to like what they're not getting out of a song, and
Right.
it's all energy and vibration. And like, you know so you could have like Neil Young and Willie Nelson, and you
Hmm.
might like Neil Young's guitar better than Willie Nelson's guitar,
Okay.
and that's just your preference.
Right.
So I think it comes down to preference and like what you feel from a song, because if you're not feeling something from a song, then you're probably not going to like it.
Right. So you have to like look more in depth into the significance of
Mm,
the expression of the song, whether it's the words or, to me it would be like, the words. Like I listen to a lot of words so that way I can, you know, um compromise with the experience of, the artist that's projecting the music. So that's, my insight on, what I feel is more makes some artists more influential than others. Like I could really feel, certain words that they project. So
yeah,
okay. So do you ever listen to other genres of music to get inspiration from them? And what components within those songs of those specific genres, outside of the genres that you do you extract in order to formulate ideas and incorporate them into your own lyrical content?
sure. Yeah, I listen to many different types of music. Um, like I take a lot of inspiration from like older country songs.
Okay.
Like I really love Hank Williams and Johnny Cash, and I take um what's the word I'm looking for, like some of that vibe.
Uh-huh.
I'll bring some of that to my music and my writing. Also, like I really love hip hop, and like hip hop drums
Hmm.
are super inspirational to me. So our song Donald's Hair Gel We're not playing it here because there's a lot of curses in it, but
Oh, okay.
but you can find it on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube and stuff, and it's like a very like punk rock feel in the
Mhm.
beginning, and that's what I really love about hip hop too, is that like punk rock kind of feel, that like being a renegade, you know.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I would like to get into another song of yours. Would you like to
Cool.
introduce another song?
Uh, this song is called "Son," and it's about growing up uh, in poverty without a father and other stuff.
Okay, so we're going to get into another song, "Son," by yours truly, Shane Razzi of Lead Chambers. You're listening to Food for Thought, WPPM 106.5 FM. I'm your host, James Hatcher, and we'll be right back.
When I try to go to sleep, I don't pray the Lord my soul to keep it all mine. Someday when I go to sleep, I won't wake up or get to see the sunlight. Please somebody pray for me. I lost my till I understand. If you see my mother,
So now we're back. This is James Hatcher for Food for Thought with special guest Shane Razzi. All right, Mr. Shane Razzi. When it comes to playing a musical instrument, are you self taught? How long did it take for you to be able to play an instrument? And what is an effective way for an individual to learn how to play an instrument?
Cool. So I started taking guitar lessons when I was 14. I took lessons until I was about 16 or 17, something like that.
Okay, was it from like a instructor
It
or
was from an
from a book?
instructor.
Okay.
He's a phenomenal bass player. His name is Leaf Dunn. He's Temple grad, and he's really awesome. He taught me. He showed me a lot of the ropes
Mm-hmm.
in music. And then most of what I've learned since, I got the Ultimate Guitar app,
Okay.
and I do a lot of covers. I would say that if you want to learn how to play an instrument, learn covers, like cover your favorite songs. You're going to learn different chords with every song. Like I've been using Ultimate Guitar for like 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
No, 15 years, 15 years. Wow.
Okay.
But I've learned hundreds of songs using that app, and every song you learn something different, and you add that to your repertoire. You know, that little chord that you use, you find another place for it somewhere.
Okay. All right. So, could you like listen to a specific sound and be able to like sort of like mimic it with that instrument
At
in order to?
at this point,
Okay.
I can, but you know, practice, 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 learn your scales and your modes and all this stuff. Like really put in the work, because at some point you're going to plateau and you're not going to get to where you want to go.
So
if you don't.
how important is it to learn like the specific parts of an instrument in comparison to just learning how to like mimic the sounds? Like if you're listening to a song and you're using that instrument in order
Mhm.
to learn how to play, you never played. So how important is it to learn like the different name? Is it important to learn the different names of the parts of the instruments? Along with just trying to like mimic the sounds or just trying to find the certain keys or certain strings
Mhm.
when you're trying to like learn an instrument, or is it just just good just to learn a certain type of sounds?
Again, I would say it's up to perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's up to how you feel and what you're looking to get out of it and how
Right.
you learn. Like
Right.
we all learn differently.
Right. So if an artist is planning to be able to write their own songs, would it be like important to learn the certain notes and stuff like that? Because
I
if you're
would say yes.
okay,
I would say yes, it is important, because
okay,
you know, you're learning a language and you want to build up your vocabulary.
mm-hmm,
You know, if you want to like mimic a sound that you heard, it would help you a lot if you know the scale that it's in, if you know the root notes and all
Okay.
that stuff. Like it,
Right.
I'm not saying that you have to. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely don't have to. You can just like you can learn tabs and power chords on a guitar and like that'll get you somewhere, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it just depends on what you're looking for. Like, do you want to become a master by the time you die? Like I do. I want to be a master at like a bunch of the things that I do by the time I die. I'm not a master of anything right now, but I'm intermediate at a couple things.
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent answer. Okay. So, what kind of lyrical content do you like to write about most?
Mm.
Is it dealing with your personal life experiences and issues, events that frequently take place in society, stories about certain relationships, or fictional stories that can portray an imaginary place with created characters and why?
My writing style has evolved a whole
Okay.
lot over the years. I would say that the first several dozen songs that I've written, they were about um, love and loss and drugs and poverty and like sad stuff, heavy jams,
Okay.
Um, but I've I have evolved also as a human and throughout my life. So sometimes I actually have happy songs to write, Sometimes there's joy and happiness inside
Hmm.
of me and it comes out in a song. So I love, it really it's not up to me. It's never up to me. Like it comes through when it comes through. There's never a time where I'm like, I want to write a song about this thing. It's
Hmm.
just it comes out the way that it does, and you have to be ready to pick it up, And that's another thing. Like if a sound comes into your head
Hmm.
and you don't know how to play the chords and you don't know what's major and what's minor and all that stuff, then like you can't reproduce that sound as well. Like maybe you can find the note,
Right.
but you're not playing that like 9 chord or whatever.
Right.
That's something that you learn over time. But yeah, like that I play and write those kind of songs, and then I like to also write like fantastical kind of stuff, like
Hmm.
big into like science fiction and like multi-dimensional stuff. So I really like to dig into that when I can. Like there's a song that it's not it may be released one day. I would really love it to. I wrote it with a friend. It's called Dumpster Baby Blues,
Hmm.
and it's about a baby that is born in a dumpster and has to crawl out and then like crawls into the forest and it's raised by hyenas and it's
Oh,
like
wow.
grows up swimming in toxic sludge and stuff. And really like that song is about my biological grandma giving my mom up for adoption and like
Okay.
the life that we had to live as like people who were adopted.
Okay. So you just put
um
it in a form of like a sort of like a parable.
yeah, or even a parody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds very good. Okay, so in a hypothetical situation in which an individual decides to come to you with a request for you to write a song for them, have you ever wrote lyrics that you felt was so good and it suits you more than the individual that requested the lyrics? As a result, you decided to keep the lyrics to yourself although that individual has given you the subject to write about?
Hmm. That's a good question. I don't think that I've ever had that experience. Well, I guess um there's there's one occasion that I
And if
can
you
think
haven't,
of.
would you ever write for somebody? Do you think that you would be able to write for somebody, or you would keep like all the
Uh
lyrics
I think
to
that I
yourself?
I could definitely write for somebody
Okay.
if there was like good enough reason for it. Like
Okay.
I'm not the type of person that would like write like a a terrible song that
Mhm.
like has a terrible message for a
Right.
big check.
So you
like,
would have to sing the song, right? As you're writing it.
well, yeah, sure. If I'm writing a song, I like it. It's got to be real,
Mm-hmm.
you know. At least like real coming from me. Like it has to be. I'm not gonna write like something that doesn't make sense.
Right. Okay, so you would write for
Yeah, sure.
okay.
I would
Okay.
write for other people. I've only the only times that I've had instances like that where like if I was writing collaboratively, like
Mm-hmm.
cooperatively with other artists.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that song "Dumpster Baby Blues" that we were just talking about,
Mm-hmm.
uh, my old guitarist wrote the chord progression for that song, and then me and my old bass player, we got together one night and we wrote all the lyrics,
Okay.
and we sent it to the guitarist, and we were like, "Yo, like we're so excited we wrote all these lyrics for the song." And he was like, "This is trash. I never want to
What?
hear it again." It's like,
Wow.
oh, well, in that case, I do still want to pursue that song,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the original intention that he had for the song.
Okay.
So like we can work out like, you wrote the progression for this, like we wrote the lyrics, we'll like split it up this way, and
Mm-hmm.
like you still get your rights even though you're like not on the record.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could write a different chord progression.
So, but he still has the influence of the song.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Speaking of another song, would you like to introduce another one of your great songs?
This next song is called "Will I Ever Be."
All right. So, Will I Ever Be is the song. You're listening to Food for Thought on 106.5 FM, and we will return.
This is a song on our current EP that'll be out in a few months. It is called "Will I Ever Be." It goes like this. Actually, James, would it be cool if you got some like candids of me while some like candid photos? Yeah, like some shots of me playing.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Oh, you
So
want
I-
me to take it with my phone?
Sure.
Or you?
Yeah, take it with your phone and just send it to me.
Okay, I got you.
Because that way I can better promote it when it's
Great
going to
idea.
come out. Thank you. Just pictures. You don't have to do anything crazy.
Yeah. Can you see me here?
I would do your best actually not to move. Just
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just hearing some jangling
yeah.
around.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you can do it from where you're
Yeah,
at.
from where you're at is
Yeah,
cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get my camera ready.
I'll also take a couple with mine.
Cool. Thank you.
Let me take this thing off.
What'd you say?
I said 50 pounds lighter with that bag.
Yeah. Okay. You ready? All right. This one is called "Will I Ever Be," and it'll be released in the next couple months.
Swimming my life away, swimming till I can say I'm not in love with her. She's just another bird flying so high, I'll never reach that place. When she saw his face and lit up like 4th of July. Tell me, will I ever fade? Solid ground under my feet. This was fail bad dream. Never thought I'd sink so deep. Puffing my days away, puffing till I can say I'm not in pain anymore. Since you walked out the door, singing's the only thing, singing's the only thing that keeps me hanging on. Used to be so strong. How low can I be? The hermit crab under the sea, held down by the seaweed. How long till I'm free? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to keep us hanging on. Is all hope gone? Losing it by the day, losing it every way that keeps me tethered down, spun around. What else can I do? Well, I get sued playing a borrowed tune. What else can I be when it's raining blood out in the straight world, the straight world, the straight world. Am I supposed to be the straight world? Am I supposed to be the straight world? Am I supposed to be the straight world? Am I supposed to be the straight? But I'm going home one day.
All right, so we're back with special guest Shane Razzi of Lead Chambers. I really appreciate you joining me in this episode.
Of course.
Okay, so do you ever consider the music that you compose to have an intimate and esoteric connection to the natural world
Mm.
outside of the technological infrastructure aspect of society? And in what way?
I would say, of course. Um, First of all, these songs are usually very intimate. You
Hmm.
know, they're about personal experiences a lot of times. They're about trial and tribulation and maybe finding a way out of it. But you know, the only way out is through, and you have to experience the pain. So it's intimate in that way. And then, in an esoteric sense, I guess I'll say that Nikola Tesla said that the world is made up of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Hmm.
And ever since I learned that, that's kind of how I view the world. I
Hmm.
view the world in energy, frequency, and vibration. And music is like magic. You
Hmm.
know, it's like it comes from up on high. You know,
Right.
like there's something really special about uh, a crowd singing along to a song that's like very powerful and emotional, like or even if they're just there like witnessing, experiencing. Like my favorite part of playing live for people
Hmm.
is when I get to a part in one of my songs where there's a little break
Right.
and then you just hear people explode,
Hmm.
and they were holding on to something.
Okay.
And when they heard that song, when they got to that point in the song, they were able to release it to some degree.
So not only was it a form considered to be like magic, but it was a miracle as well for some of them, huh?
Well, it has a healing property, music for sure.
Right.
And you know, and like the vibe, like it's all waves. You know, like you can be in a terrible mood
Hmm.
and you can listen to Happy Feeling from Earth, Wind and Fire,
Right.
and it's going to bring you up. Like you're going to be dancing in a minute or two, you know.
Right.
But at the same time, you can be in the best mood ever, and
Hmm.
a musician can strike one chord,
Hmm.
and then you're like, oh, you know.
Yeah. So I guess we're very very fortunate to have um that form of expression as well as being able to put that expression in the form of a message in the form of music. I think if a lot of people really realize the significance of how and why we have music,
Mm.
I think more individuals would be more appreciative in their surroundings um, and everything like that. So, yeah, that's a very good answer. All right, so is there any exercise that you practice no other can duplicate to keep your style of music and the deliverance of your vocal projection unique?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that um like you really can, at you know at some point in your life
Mm-hmm.
you'll realize that it really is perspective. It really is up to you
Okay.
if you want to do a thing, unless you have like some severe disability, or there's something like, you know, like you're in prison or something. Like you can you can find a way to do that thing, like if you put your mind to it and you put your heart to it,
Mm-hmm.
and like you call in your guides or whatever. Like you if it makes sense to be in your life, you can do it.
Right.
um so just like practice. Like I do vocal lessons. I practice guitar and bass
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and piano. I'm learning piano now. It's just like you just have to do it. If you want to be in a place, you have to do the work to get there.
Okay. Okay. All right. So other than going on the online internet to find venues that a music artist can go to perform at, what can be an alternative way to find an opportunity to perform outside of like just trying to look on the internet?
That's a
Well,
great question. I
mm-hmm.
would say that the best thing you can do is go to shows.
Mm-hmm.
Go to local shows, go to basement shows, go to bars, go see your friends play. If you
Okay.
don't have friends to play, go to shows and make friends who play.
Okay.
Talk to the people who run the venue. Talk to the people who promote the promoters, the people who put the gigs together.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to be the person who puts the gig together. A lot of times it's me. I'm the one. A lot of times I run the sound for my own shows.
Okay.
Because like Wonderland and Fishtown, they are a free artist space, and they will. It's such a cool spot. Um, but they have a stage. It's outdoors, and it's this oasis in the middle of Kensington. And um, the only thing is you have to provide your own sound.
Okay.
So I do.
So
I
is it
do.
like just a stage set up
They have a stage.
and anybody go by if they see the stage empty or something like that?
No,
They
no,
go,
no.
oh, I
You
was
you
about to
you
say.
have to set it up with them, but you could actually reach out to them on Instagram.
Okay. And what is
Wonderland
it called?
Wonderland Fishtown.
Okay. Okay.
They're a great resource. But yeah, just like show up,
Okay.
do the thing, and you'll get there.
Okay. All right. So in a scenario where an inspiring performing music artist sets themselves to go beyond just for performing at a local open mic or a talent show to transitioning into a professional music world as to making a living off of their music, how essential is it to have a level of independence and a business mentality when it comes to promoting their music to the public? And what is the least that a music artist can do to start the process of their promotion?
The biggest thing you could do right now is hone your skills.
Okay.
Um, learn your instrument.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your voice, learn your voice, man. Pay for lessons
Uh-huh.
and actually do them. Because if you're not prepared, the world around you isn't going to be ready for you. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you like run into it, but you don't have your chops, then it's not going to like match up.
Right.
So,
Right.
like the puzzle piece isn't going to fit because you weren't ready.
Right.
So like that's the biggest thing, and like save some money, because where I'm at right now, I'm spending a lot of money on production and now learning production, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and advertising. So get a job, save up. It's going to take time.
And invest in yourself with
Yeah,
that.
invest in yourself. I've been doing this. I've been doing lead chambers for about 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been doing music for like almost 20.
Okay.
It doesn't come overnight. You have to
Right.
put the work in.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay. So is there any project that you are currently working on, as well as any on stage show or concert that your fans and supporters are to expect to attend in the near future?
Sure. Uh, so this will be releasing in November. So we'll have just played our Halloween show at Wonderland, and hopefully we'll have already released I Can't Sleep, and we'll be releasing our next single, Season's Greetings, at the end of November.
Okay, so for anyone who desires to stay connected with your music, what online platforms can they go to for their listening pleasure? And for anyone that may be interested in booking you for performances, how may they contact you?
Great. We're everywhere. We're like a virus now. We're out all over the internet. We're on Spotify and Apple
Mhm.
Music and YouTube and Tidal and all that stuff. You can also go to our website, leadchambers.com. And if you're looking to book us, there's a form there on the website, or you can go to leadchambersmusic@gmail.com.
All right. Okay, so it was a pleasure having you here and
Of
everything like
course,
that.
yeah.
I bid you very well
Mm,
in your success and your continual growth.
thank you.
Once again, I would like to thank the listeners for joining us in this beautiful conversation that we have here on Food for Thought. You can reach me on my Facebook, James Hatcher. Also, the book Food for Thought: Literary Concept to Theoretical Reasoning on your online and physical bookstores. Once again, on your ventures, take care of yourself. I'm down at Suburban Station in Center City, Philadelphia, outside of the Mural Arts of Philadelphia art studio, where we come down here and we gather together and make some beautiful art. I was out here just walking by and I see one of the paintings I contributed to and everything like that. So I actually added the books. The hands was already there, but I did like the outline of the hands and stuff like that. I added the book and then I decided to put different symbols on, of the world and stuff like that, different cultures and things like that. Over here, over here. I painted the books. I actually painted the books, put the letters in and the pictures and stuff like that. So I'm really happy and everything. This is what it looks like from a distance. James Hatcher, back at it again.